Tens of thousands of Americans taking to the streets, protesting the Trump administration's arrest and deportation of illegal immigrants.
Well, tonight, downtown Los Angeles is under curfew. President Trump has deployed 4,000 National Guard troops and 700 active duty Marines to help manage the crowds. In Chicago, someone drove a car through a crowd of protesters, nearly hitting dozens of them. And in New York, protesters shut down city streets.
Everyone with a clear message to stop the detentions and arrests. We've seen a handful of protests here in Georgia, too, and tonight hundreds of protesters gathered at Northeast Plaza on Buford Highway in Brook Haven. There was at least one arrest that we know of.
Despite that arrest, the protest has remained peaceful, we're told. But within the last half hour, police have told protesters to leave or face arrest. That's where we find Fox 5's Christopher King tonight. Christopher, what more can you tell us?
Well, Russ, Courtney, there are lots of police out here, and there's a massive row of police cars out here. Just take a look over here. Police, a short time ago, as you were mentioning, telling the crowd to leave. Police say they could arrest protesters and use physical or chemical methods to disperse them. Now, we just heard some type of explosion a while back. Don't know what it was. There were hundreds, if not thousands, of protesters out here. They're largely moving on down Buford Highway. They packed Buford Highway and Briarwood Road, many carrying signs and chanting. They're calling for an end to mass deportations. Police from Brook Haven, Chamblee, and Georgia State Patrol are out here. Some were in riot gear. The people are passionate, they're loud, but they're peaceful. So far, we've only confirmed one arrest. Demonstrators are protesting against the Trump administration as it ramps up mass deportations. The administration cracking down on immigration. We spoke with some protesters. They worry about their communities and their families. Take a listen.
I'm out here because they deported my grandpa last night. They raided his house for no reason. He's a hardworking man. I get out of work today and I find this out. My people are protesting, and I'm so proud of them because at the end of the day, these people don't know what we're going through. Struggling, building houses, cutting everybody's grass, making this America rich for real.
There's a lot of people that are being kidnapped off the streets. They're being kidnapped from their work sites. These are men that mostly don't have criminal records, and they're separating families, you know, and it's affecting the whole community.
Now, all this as the president ramps up deportation efforts around the nation. The president ordering Marines and the National Guard to California. ICE says the troops are protecting federal facilities. The president and defense secretary defended deploying troops in Los Angeles. Take a listen.
I want to applaud the courage and the strength of the incredible troops who are right now standing guard to protect federal property and personnel and uphold the supremacy of federal law. That's what they're doing. They're protecting our ICE agents. They're protecting the police in Los Angeles. The head of the police in Los Angeles, a good man. I hear a good man, but he was actually saying we really did need this help.
So in Los Angeles, we believe that ICE, which is a federal law enforcement agency, has the right to safely conduct operations in any state and any jurisdiction in the country, especially after 21 million illegals have crossed our border under the previous administration. ICE ought to be able to do its job, whether it's Minneapolis or Los Angeles.
Now, all of this moves federal troops closer to engaging in law enforcement activities. Protesters rallying, of course, in solidarity with demonstrators in California. Brook Haven police confirm again, so far, they've only made one arrest, but that could change. For now, we're live in Brook Haven. Christopher King, Fox 5 News.
Christopher, in Los Angeles, we have seen some of the protesters throwing things at police and National Guardsmen. Have you witnessed any of that there in the Brook Haven area?
Now, Russ, I did see a projectile being thrown, or a projectile or two being thrown. I did see what appeared to be fireworks going off. I cannot confirm who threw those or who was behind that.
All right, Christopher King, thanks so much. We'll check back with you there in the Buford Highway area. As we mentioned before, the mayor of Los Angeles has issued a curfew downtown to, quote, stop the vandalism, to stop the looting. She declared a local state of emergency as well. This comes as President Trump has deployed thousands of National Guard troops and 700 Marines to help manage the crowds. Moments ago, Governor Gavin Newsom called the move to deploy the Guard illegal in a video statement. Protesters have shut down the freeway and, according to the mayor, looted 23 businesses. The National Guard has the authority to temporarily detain people who attack officers, but any arrests ultimately would have to be made by law enforcement. We have a lot more on the protests here at home and nationwide on fox5atlanta.com.
Paul